Yeah, g'day, my name is Mark Philpott. I'm the founder of United Rugby Fans, that's URF. And this organisation really started from a vision I had after I started my YouTube channel called Inside Rugby with Mark. That was 3 years ago when I started that channel. I started making videos about the game of rugby, talking about previews of games and reviews of games, and over that time of the last 3 years I've built up a community of 22,000 subscribers around the world with over 4.7 million views of my channel. And from that I've learnt a lot about what rugby fans are talking about and they want to see in the game. You know, I've been a rugby fan for the last 55 years. I'm a Kiwi and I'm a really hardcore All Blacks fan. But I love the game of rugby across the world, and I'll talk to anybody in any country about our great game. But what I've seen of late is a lot of people complaining about different things in the game, but there's not really a platform or a process or a vehicle for those people to really make a difference in the game of rugby. So I decided to create one, and it's called United Rugby Fans. So check out our temporary website, urfans.org. We're having a brand new fancy professional website being built at the moment. That'll be delivered before the end of the year or early next year. And we're going to scale that up so that we can have millions of fans coming in and enjoying our community that we're going to develop around the world. And our fans are going to be the core of our organisation. This is not about me or other people sitting in the office. This is about you, the rugby fans, the people that spend $8.5 billion a year on the game of rugby. And who listens to you today? Where do you get to make decisions on where your son and boy plays and their future in the game, their facilities at their local club? Who's helping their local club get more investment into the game? Who's making decisions about referees and officiating and changing the way they're being trained? Who's making the decisions on women's investment across the world of rugby? And who's bringing more and more money into the game? Well, my opinion is World Rugby and all the rugby unions, they can't do it alone. They don't have enough resources. They don't have enough investment coming in. But with 500 million rugby fans across the world and the networks that we are all connected to, we can make a huge difference in the game of rugby. And that's exactly what I want to make happen across the world. But I need your help. This is a not-for-profit organisation. We need sponsors, donors, helpers, resources to make sure that we can do the job that we're talking about at the scale that we're talking about. We don't want to fight with World Rugby and the rugby unions. In fact, it's the opposite. We want to work alongside them. We want to collaborate. I've been a collaborator all my life in global business, and I know exactly how powerful collaboration can be. So let's work together to change the game of rugby for the better for everybody concerned, starting off with the little tackers at school, right up to those that are retired, sitting at home wanting to watch the game on TV or on their laptop or their iPad. They have to be able to get access to it at an affordable price so that we can keep everybody who's a fan of the great game happy across the world. And that's exactly what I want our organisation to do. You know, there's so much to do in the game of rugby across the world. The women's game is exploding. We need to invest in that. We need to take care of them. We need to build new facilities. Then there's the tier 2 rugby nations that need a lot more investment and development and resources and infrastructure given to them as well. Then there's the online community of rugby. Is that being managed in the right way at the moment? There's a lot of content creators on YouTube that have a voice to say in the world of rugby that are not being listened to at the moment from World Rugby. So there's a whole host of things that we can put our hand on and say, look, these are things that rugby fans around the world want to develop within the game of rugby. And United Rugby Fans is going to be a vehicle for those rugby fans to come on board and actually make a difference. And it doesn't matter whether it's in your local community, in your town, in your city, in your village, or whether it's at a national level across your country. It can be at a regional level across Asia, across Europe, across the Americas, or maybe it's at a global level that you've got some issues that need to be addressed as far as rugby goes. So it doesn't matter how big or how small your ideas are for the improvement of the game of rugby. We want to hear from you at United Rugby Fans. So make sure you come along. Drop me an email, mark@urfans.org, and I will make sure I respond to you. I want to hear from you what your ideas are. How can we improve the game? This organisation is not about us. It's not about me. This is about grassroots rugby fans across the world. We want to give you a voice that you deserve. Every year, rugby fans spend $8.5 billion on the game. Yet what do we get for it? What is our input into the game? There's tournaments being scheduled next year that we haven't had any input to. There's competitions that are being designed that we don't even want in the game of rugby. But who's listening to us? No one's listening to us. So we need to create our own voice, and that's what we're doing at United Rugby Fans. So come along and be part of the journey. We want passionate, energized people who have some time that they can spare to help us out and get this movement all across the world. You know, as a not-for-profit organisation, we're reliant, of course, on grants and loans and funding and donations and sponsorships and partnerships and all that. But you know what? To get that, we need to make sure we're delivering something for rugby fans. And that's my number one priority, is to make sure that rugby fans understand how they can be involved in making the decisions within the game of rugby across the world. So if you're sitting in your living room in Argentina or in Chile, or over there in New Zealand, or at the top of Africa, or maybe you're in Europe somewhere and you're listening to this video today and you think, so how can I get involved in this? Well, it's very easy. All you got to do is send an email to members@urfans.org and you will become a free member of our organization, and from there you'll get newsletters, you'll be kept up to date with what's going on in your country, so you can participate in the organization. You can already send your ideas to us on what you want to do to improve rugby in your town, in your city, in your village, across your country, or even across the world. We're taking all of those ideas now, we're going to put them into a really big container, and we're going to get to work on them, and we're going to deliver results for you, the rugby fans across the world. So if that sounds like something that you want to get behind and be part of, well, today's the day. You can sign up and become part of it. If you want to come on this channel and talk about rugby in your part of the world, feel free to do it. Just send me an email, again, mark@urfans.org, and I will get you on. I'll have a conversation with you and we'll talk about what needs to be done in rugby in your part of the world. Okay, that's it for this particular video. Thank you very much for watching. There's going to be lots more content coming out here on this channel, United Rugby Fans. Make sure you bookmark it now, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and let's get changing the game of rugby across the world. See you all again soon from beautiful sunny Cancun in Mexico. Bye for now, everyone.